Hi, my name is Kees, and this video I'm reacting to Deepak Chopra at the Know Thyself podcast. It's a short video, it's a clip that I like. I've been wanting to react to it, so here we go.
What do you see as the most direct path to awakening to who you are beyond that, to the illusion of separation and a separate self?
Let go of every concept and every perception as a window to reality. Every concept, every perception, let go of that idea that you'll ever be able to know reality intellectually or through any methodology or through any religion or through any map. Let go of that idea, number one. Number two.
And that's very interesting what he's saying right there, because that's what I mean when I'm talking about don't believe your thoughts. It's about don't conceptualize reality. Don't think that there's something that in the end will be able to rationalize this. There's no way to hold on to this. There's no way to improve this. There's no way to conceptualize it. So don't believe your thoughts. Don't try to lock it into thoughts. And I think that's what he's saying here as well. It's beautiful because I saw this very nice video. Maybe I'll comment on it from Emerson. He talked about with the client, and the client was looking for truth, and he said, what if there is no truth, right? Because truth, the idea of truth is a sort of concept in which you try to lock in reality. Like, what's the best theory? What's the best teacher? What's the best book? What's the best way to look at this? And there is no best way to look at it, because you don't have to hold on, or you don't have to create a way to look at it, because it's already here. It's already complete.
Number two, embrace presence. See, when you embrace presence, I'm not talking about the present moment. Presence is bringing awareness to whatever is. Now, because awareness is infinite, no form, right? Infinite, then the finite experience is actually dependent on the infinite. So the infinite is present in every finite experience. Once you realize that, then God is not difficult to find. God is impossible to avoid. There's nowhere no experience that is possible without the infinite in the background. No experience. This is Ramakrishna's experience.
So what he's saying here is very interesting, but I always look at awareness as something that is related to the body, because when we're asleep, we're obviously not definitely aware of what is happening in the same way as that we are when we're awake. So even though, let's say, the awareness is related to a certain body state, but what he's saying is something I would maybe name consciousness, that there's a sort of aspect which can be aware, but it's aware at all times, but not only via the senses, right? Via hearing or seeing. From there, he makes this beautiful jump to this realization that presence, which is the ever-present consciousness, or you could say awareness, but for me, awareness is related to the body. Being aware of what's happening is often happening through our body mechanism. In that sense, that Timeless Seer is definitely the infinite, which is very, very beautiful. And one of the ways we can realize that Timeless Seer is through presence, by realizing that it is ever present. So a lot of the times when I talk with clients about, for example, having a lot of thoughts or having difficult feelings, we come back to what is noticing that, right? The Timeless Seer is noticing that. So you can't be not awake to the Timeless Seer, because the Timeless Seer is ever present.
And they all kind of had different ways of transcending. So Ramakrishna is, he's very much tuned into the symbolic nature of the Divine Mother. But remember, these gods and goddesses are symbols of the infinite. They're not the infinite, whether it's Lakshmi or Shiva or whatever, the divine, they're symbols. Because the infinite is incomprehensible, so we try and grasp it with symbols. So in Ramakrishna's situation, the Divine Mother is his access to God. And he prays every day to the Divine Mother. And then one day, as he's praying, he starts to dance because he's getting into that ecstatic experience that, say, Sufi mystics have. And then suddenly, wherever he looks, he sees the Divine Mother in the walls, on the floor, in the ceiling. And it's almost like a psychotic episode. And he then doesn't know what to do. He keeps dancing till he passes out. And after that, he's in God consciousness all the time. He doesn't say anything, but miracles happen and this and that happen because he doesn't know how to return from that God consciousness or divine consciousness. So that's his good luck. That's how he focused on the divine in the symbology of the Divine Mother. But actually, you can go beyond that. You can see the divine here. Everything you see, the perception is made possible because the infinite, incomprehensible, borderless, fundamental, irreducible, spaceless, timeless, unimaginable is present in that consciousness. So then God is not difficult to find, impossible to avoid.
Well, that's very beautiful. So it's basically saying, right, don't conceptualize. I would say, don't believe your thoughts. And he's also saying, embrace the presence or be with presence. And that's realizing that there's the Timeless Seer that is in everything, the infinite in everything. And that's really beautiful. I would add to that, embrace your feelings. So whatever you feel, whether it's in the body, energetics, or it's certain emotions, or it's certain thoughts, we don't want to repress anything. So don't believe your thoughts. On one hand, that means over-investing in them or giving them sort of importance. But also, we don't want to repress anything. We want to allow ourselves fully. I have the two things with don't believe your thoughts and don't suppress your feelings and energetics. And even thoughts, don't suppress your thoughts. A lot of what I see with meditation, which can be very helpful at some point, but is not helping you in going from awakening to liberation, to the cessation of suffering, is for that you need to see where you're still suffering. And if you've repressed your suffering through meditation, you're basically ignoring your thoughts and feelings, then that's not helpful in letting go of your suffering. So I love this video from Deepak. And if you're interested in seeing more videos about spiritual teachers or seeing some of my teachings, then don't forget to subscribe and like this video. If you're interested in talking with me or you want a free coaching session, then I'm available for you. You can book a free call below, and I can tell you a little bit more if you want help on your awakening journey. I get to help all these lovely people finish the job or let go of their suffering. And I really enjoy that. So Deepak is one of my heroes, and thank you so much for watching this video, and let me know if you have any questions in the comments. Bye.